Hello, everyone. We are back, mic'd up savages. We're talking Yankees versus Rays in the Trop. Murph. Yankees have a few injuries coming into the Trop. We always play hard at the Trop or get played hard. What are you expecting out of the boys?
I'm not gonna lie, going into this series, I was pretty worried, if I'm being honest. I wasn't sure what to expect, especially like all the injuries, like you talked about. We had plethora of injuries, especially in the pen. We're missing a big bat in Stanton, and another, guy who's kind of heating up in Josh Donaldson. I mean, say what you want, but he hits the ball hard when he's on, and so when you're missing both those guys, it's like, eek, what are we gonna do? This is already a kind of top heavy lineup right now. It is as it is. So going in the Trop, you're worried about that. You're worried about more injuries from the Trop because it seems like every time we leave the Trop, at least 2 or 3 guys are going down with hammies, right? Because
The turf.
everyone that dreaded turf, man. So
this is horrible.
Yeah, so you're a little worried going into the series, but Nasty Nestor, he does his thing. He comes in 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, should have been none, 1 walk, 5 Ks. He's now pitching to a 1.7.
Nasty King Nestor. And then Wandy comes in, allows a run. Never can just have a clean outing, but whatever. Yankees do win the ball game, though. 7-2. Yankee offense, Murph. I got more than what I expected.
Yeah, Yarborough he's a tough pitcher, man. As he pitches us pretty tough. And we already saw this struggling offense, coming off the White Sox series. So we weren't really sure what to expect from the boys. Yeah, but they showed up, man. I mean, Matt Carpenter, recent signing for the Yankees. He debuts. He got to Florida, got to the Trop at like 3, and he's in the game come 7. So that was crazy. He has a productive day. He doesn't get a hit.
For the team, dude.
Huh?
He was putting his body out there on the line for the team.
Yeah, man. I mean, he has a productive day. I mean, no hits, but he gets on base twice and he scores twice. So that's, hey, what more can you really ask? Gonzalez, he has a day too, 1 for 3.
Does a job.
He does a job. Kalefa, he does a job. He scores twice. Judgy with 2 RBIs. He's got a run. Nice little hit. Rizzo getting a hit. We need him to step up. And Torres going 0 for 5 and Gallo 0 for 4, 3 Ks. And I think this is the sign that Gallo's on the way out.
Mm-hmm.
He's batting behind Andujar in this lineup, which is something you shouldn't see.
Yeah, I mean, I want Andujar to work his way back in this lineup because I would rather him play outfield over Gallo and Hicks at this point, unless Gallo's going to suddenly turn it on and drop 40 on us this year. By far, let Andujar play. Let him earn his spot in the lineup. As we'll see across the series, he's making really, really hard contact, and it's good contact.
Mm-hmm.
I will take line outs instead of strikeouts.
Yeah, for sure.
RBIs, too.
Yeah. I think we're starting to see, Hicks goes down with a phantom hamstring injury, which I don't know if I buy, especially listen to his interview talking about it. It was weird. It's almost he wasn't convinced that he had an injury, It was one of those deals.
I think I have an injury. I've been told I have an injury.
Yeah, I felt it yesterday. He's got a guy with cue cards in the background. Tell him yesterday. You felt that yesterday at your bat. And he's like, yesterday. Yeah, I felt it yesterday when I was hitting. Yeah.
Turning around. I can't read.
That's it. And then it's just a quick one, tightness, and he wasn't ready, but he's ready for game 2, 3, where he doesn't play, by the way.
Yeah.
He pinch hits in 3, right?
And, yeah, I think Carpenter got game 2 as well, right?
Yeah.
That's where he went yard. But, again, you look at this game, not a home run. Yankees hit the ball around the yard.
Yeah. I mean, that was huge, man. I mean, just being able to tag up Yarborough, who pitches a tough. He's a very good pitcher for the Rays. And they have a really good pen, too. I mean, don't let the ERAs fool you, right? They're very talented. They have an elite pen. They have a very elite pen, and especially when they play in the Trop, they know the Trop better than anybody, obviously. So they play tough there, and I think huge outburst from the offense, and unfortunately, it's kind of the last time we see that.
Yeah, but Murph, they do not have their middle infield anymore going forward. Wander is hurt. And whoever their second baseman is hurt as well. Hate to see that out of Wander, but this is the business. This is my fan base of the New York Yankees. I will rock with the Yankees till the day I die. So huge for us going forward. Taylor Walls was making some comments saying that the Rays have a chance to absolutely demolish them in the season series. You can take your 150 batting average and you know what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's whatever, man. He's a nobody talking crap. I mean, dude, like this kind of beef between the two teams has kind of died since, I think 2 years ago now, right? Yep. In 2020, that's when it was kind of at its peak, horses in the pen or whatever he said. Flamethrowers,
arm barn. I don't even know what they call
them. Who cares? I mean, dude, we don't care about the Rays, which is insane that they're still talking about us. Like we're the big bad rivals. Like we could.
They're really obsessed with us.
Yeah, they're obsessed with us. We could care less. It is what it is, though. We handle business in game 1, 7-2.
Yankees win game 1. Game number 2. Taillon versus Jeffrey Springs. I'm pretty sure that's his name. Taillon goes 8 innings, 2 hits, 5 punchies. And what does Clay Holmes do? What do you expect out of him? A clean inning, 2 punchies, and his sixth save. And he lowers his season ERA to a 0.36 ERA. Murph. Hell of a game. Again, 8 innings, magic number thus far in the series.
Yeah, I mean, you wonder, like, dude, how is anybody going to match Nestor's electric outing? And Jameson comes out and says, like this, 8 of his own, only 2 hits. Like you said, no walks, dude. Not a single walk. Huge stuff. And then the robot himself comes in, electric, best reliever in the American League right now, by far.
Damn right.
I'd say the second best reliever in the game right now, just behind a Josh Hader, who is lights out. No one can touch that man.
He's been lights out. He's gonna stay lights out, that man.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't complain. You got the best American League reliever / closer in the league right now, and you take full advantage when you got a guy like this in your pen. You throw him out there to nails, ice this game, really make sure we send it home. Big bop from the offense from Gleyber Torres and Carpenter, who comes in first hit as a Yankee. It's a long bomb, of course. He's got a pretty swing. I can't lie. He looks like he gets everything into that swing. I like that swing.
Bro, this man was a playoff hero for the Cardinals. He's his career stats may seem, not that great to a Yankee fan to acquire. You get veteran presence. You get a guy who has postseason experience, who, however long he plans to be on this roster, that's Cashman's decision. I think he should remain with the Yankees thus far. He showed it tonight versus the Angels, but we'll get to that next episode. But he's just he's taking Donaldson's spot right now as the veteran presence on the bench.
Yeah. As of right now, I'd say yeah.
Yeah, as of right now.
It's definitely going to be interesting because I think the main reason the Yankees signed a guy like this is because he's easy to cut bait with, right? Yep. They don't have to worry about optioning him or trying to keep him or retain him. They don't have to make any extra moves. This is literally, hey, we're hurting right now. We need depth. We're not sure when Donaldson and Stan are going to be back. Rumor has it, according to Boone today, he did a quick interview, said possibly Saturday. They could both return Saturday.
And was on the field today taking hacks, though. Yeah. I did see a video.
So Booney said Stan could come back Saturday. I don't know if Donaldson was IL'd the same day. I don't know. He might have to
He was
wait a couple
IL'd a
extra
few days after, and
so he
then
probably has to be later. But
yeah, I don't know what's going on with the whole suspension thing, but that's up to the league and whatever Donaldson wants
yeah,
to do.
by the way, people, just so everybody knows, the reason he appealed it is because the player association makes their guys do that because you have to appeal all of this stuff. It's like unless it's something horrible, like the Herman situation, right?
Yeah,
You can't appeal that.
can't appeal
Obviously,
that. It's just public knowledge. You're
you
not.
just can't. You could appeal it, but it's not one of those situations where when you appeal a situation like this, like a suspension like this, you get to determine when you serve that suspension also. So Donaldson can be like tactical about it, wait till later, serve it on a day like we play like the Reds or like an Orioles
the last
game.
game before the All-Star break kind of thing.
Yeah, you can wait till then to serve that suspension. So it's a tactical thing, and he's probably trying to get the fine down a little bit. It's nothing like he's not going to get away with not serving the suspension. It's not one of those deals. The player association makes him do it. So
we'll serve it in all due time. No, there's no need to get all up in a.
Yeah, I saw some people like tweeting outlandish things about like why would he try to appeal something like this? It's like, dude, he's just doing it because he has to.
Yeah, I think he would have already served if he had the choice. Yeah. But whatever. Looking forward, Yankees win 2-0. Murph. Andujar's looking good out there in left. As you said, Gallo slowly on his way out, maybe. Or I think the more likely to get kicked off the team some way or another is Hicks. I think Gallo they'll keep Gallo till this end of the season, and
it depends. So this is where you start to see that type of flip in the Yankees mindset. They're realizing like, hey, we can't win a ring with two guys in the same lineup who are just not productive as hell. Like they just don't hit the ball at all. They don't They don't even walk. They're not getting on base. They're just not productive, right? Gallo and Hicks cannot be in the lineup at the same time. That's what the Yankees are starting to conclude, right? Hicks was available for game 2. That's what Michael Kay said. That's what I think Boone said. And I think that's what Hicks alluded to after game 1. He's supposed to be available for game 2. Mm-hmm. He does not play in game 2. He does not start in game 2. That speaks volumes to me. That shows you that the Yankees, like, this isn't like, and even if you were to buy into that mindset, like the Yankees are just giving him some extra time, some extra rest. He doesn't play in game 3 either. He pinch hits in game 3. And that was kind of like, he shouldn't even pinch hit, by the way. That was such a, just a dumb move. Like, in what world do you pinch hit Trevino, who's hitting 239, for a guy who's hitting 203? In what world do you think that's going to work, right? But getting back to this, Gallo slides even further down the lineup, and I think what's damning is they put Matt Carpenter ahead of him, another lefty, and they put Kalefa in ahead of him. And, of course, Matt goes, yeah, right? So it's kind of damning that they're willing to put another big bopper lefty ahead of him in the lineup, and he slowly starts sliding down. He's batting 7th now. Like, that's not good. Like, that shows you, like, hey, they don't have confidence in you, right? You start off the season batting, what, 5th, 6th?
Yeah.
And now you slid all the way down to 7, and in game 3, you're going to bat 9th. And then tonight against the Angels, you're batting 9th, right? That shows you that they've lost confidence. To what you said about who's on the out and out, I think you would be correct that they'd rather keep Gallo, but there's no one who's going to take Hicks, right? Yeah. So if you're looking to make a deal and you got to cut like a guy from a roster, you're probably going to look to trade Gallo for something rather than Hicks.
I think, again, Gallo has the deadly factor. Like, that he can turn it on in a second. He just needs to turn it on. Hicks doesn't really have that, he has the glove and he has the walks and he has the.
Does he have the glove though? Does he have the glove?
I'm saying, like Gallo has the power to turn it on. Yeah. So Gallo will hold more value because, again, he could just, turn it on and hit 20 home runs after the All-Star break and finish the season with 20 bops, 20, 25 bops.
Yeah.
Which holds value. Hicks, like you said, isn't really going to find a home. I think we could trade him for something. The something is probably like a less than Brett Phillips.
Not great. Like, they would trade Hicks as a move to create roster space. That's how that would go. They would trade Hicks but you'd probably have to trade something of a little bit value, like a prospect of value. I'm not saying like obviously a top 10 prospect, right? But I'm saying like you'd have to trade a okay prospect in order to get that move done, to get Hicks off this roster, who somehow managed to finesse an organization to give him $70 million. That's crazy that we did that deal. Still mind-boggling.
I don't want to talk about that, man.
This guy swindled us, man. He swindled us.
He swindled us and then said, I'm not going to play for I don't know how long. How many years does he have left? What, 2?
I think he's got 3. I don't remember when the deal was signed. I know it's 10 years.
I'll pay him to go play for another team.
Or it's 7 years.
Go play for the Reds. We'll take like Lucas Sims or something.
I'll take Sessa back, man. Why not?
Yep, I'll do that in a heartbeat. He's riding over there with Cincy, but
yeah, but I'm hopeful now because last year and the year before, the Yankees would not do this. They would not be kind of showing you guys like, hey, these 2 guys are on the out. Like they recognize a change need to happen. Hopefully, Andujar can be a welcome sight in left field. Hopefully, he can take that spot away from Gallo. Maybe Gallo switches over to right, man.
Yeah, I'm honestly cool if he's making errors out there, Andujar, as long as he puts the bat on the ball. Like,
yeah,
with the occasional blunder, whether it be like a throw or not like a catch, but like I can't have that from Hicks, from the guy that we signed for $70 million. Let the dude play out there. I'm happy with him out there. He's batting 4 in game 2.
Yeah, again,
never thought I'd see that again.
It should show you like this guy's batting ahead of Gallo. This guy's batting 4th because right now this roster is struggling for hitters, and we're kind of looking for it. And hopefully he can be that solution for us, man. I really am rooting for him to get back in this starting roster somehow. And I think he looks a little bit more comfortable out left, way better than last year. He made a few really nice plays out in the left field. Had one nice diving play. That was huge to see. So, yeah, I mean, just give him an opportunity, I guess. Yeah,
let him work.
What's going to happen.
And I think he'll be once Donaldson and Stan gets back. I think he'll still be remaining on this team.
Yeah,
I don't know how, but someone's going to.
I mean, as long as he continues to hit, man, it's going to be tough to take him out of line. Like you're going to have to justify to Yankee fans why we're removing a guy who's hitting like 286 or whatever from the lineup with pop. By the way, like he has a lot of pop in that bat still, and you can tell. And
he's slapping the ball around the field. Like he's not just pulling it; he's pushing it to the right side. Even if it doesn't look pretty, he's getting on base, he's hitting the ball hard. Yep. I think Hicks ends up on a rehab assignment for longer than the assignment holds out for, which I hope happens. I think that can happen. I think
it can happen. It could.
I think the Yankees could do that. I think
it just depends what happens. Like if Hicks is gonna just willing to take that type of assignment, right? Is he willing to just sit back and take an IL stint, or is he gonna be like, just trade me? And it's gonna be like, well, dude, nobody wants you. Let's be honest here. Nobody wants you.
Unless you're going to be paying them to take you out of your contract, and we're not touching that money. He has not earned his $70 million even before the $70 million.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Very sad. But game 3, right?
Game 3, Yankees win 2-0. Big win. Getting back to game 3 or getting into game 3. I think this is a very winnable game. I think they needed to win this game. They should have won this game. You're facing, statistically speaking, their worst starter and Corey Kluber. That's no shot at Corey Kluber. It's just the facts. Going into this game, he's pitching over a 4. He's not having the greatest of years with the Rays. Not necessarily the worst either, but obviously he's that guy who could turn it on, flip the switch, and he could be a whole new pitcher. We've seen that happen, firsthand. But your ace goes out there and gives you that type of performance, and you're just like, bro.
They're just like 4 hits, 1 RBI, 1 run. Like, what are we doing, boys? But Cole, 6 innings, 1 earned, 3 walks.
Should have been 0. Should have been 1 walk, right?
1 walk.
He struck out Troy. Bullshit, no call. I don't know, dude, because that apparently the umpire very adverse to calling strike threes. The scouting report, according to like the broadcast. I don't know how you could play an home plate umpire and just be hesitant to call strike threes. Like, how does that make sense? You know?
If anything, I'm calling strike three all of
Call
that.
strike through
I want to
everything.
do my dance behind home plate.
That thing bounces.
You see the Yankee fans behind home plate punching guys out. Like, come on, punch him out. But again, this outing from Cole is another huge outing from him. He bullied Choi.
Yeah, this was a huge bounce back outing in sense of that matchup, because to this point, Choi's his daddy, man. Choi has been owning this man.
Bullied Choi. He bullied the Rays.
Yeah.
Which was he needed to do this if the Rays are going to be that number 2 team in our division.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think as it's going to play out, it may end up being us and the Sox or us and the Jays. We'll see going forward. Vlad slowing down, Red Sox heating up, Rays got a lot of injuries. But again, back to 3. What are you thinking after this game, man?
So I thought this was not a must win, but I think like if you want to win the series, this is how you're going to do it. Because I don't think you're being McClanahan in Game 4. He's been a monster of a starter for them this year. And I just think this is very like Cole probably that missed call, by the way, you know, not to be like hindsight 2020 guy or whatever, but I think if he gets that strike 3 call, I think he goes back out there for the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he gets the whole Nestor and Jameson deal where it's like you give up a hit, you get yanked. But that could have changed the outlook of this game. If he gets that 7th, and that just like the way we go about pitching, you know, with the relief. Because why is Licky going out in this situation? I don't know. It's weird to me. He came out and then he gets killed by soft contact, which is just so sad, just seeing like those 2 balls just bouncing like that.
Multiple. This is like the second time this year he's gotten killed by soft contact.
Yeah, and then unfortunately King comes in and he gets killed by soft contact. Oh, and by the way, Colt, that one run Colt does end up giving up off the RBI for Rosarena. Like that was a good pitch, man. Mm-hmm. Rosarena just stuck the barrel out there and barely got it. That was like a foot off home plate, and he just outside.
Did his job, you know.
Yeah. So
Cole made the pitch. Or Rosarena just put the bat on the ball and did his job. I will take Cole giving up like those kind of runs. You're gonna give
huge
up a
defensive play by Aaron Judge, by the way, saves a run.
Where's now?
Yeah. It was a
did Monty
runners on second
Cole?
and third.
Did Monty go 7?
Huh? Monty? Oh, let me check real quick.
Monty
does go 7. Monty's final stat line, we'll call it 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, earned 4 Ks off 1 run off a home run. He's now pitching to a 3.04. This is, by the way, I think the best any Yankee rotation has ever done in the history of the franchise.
Yes.
Like on paper, you look at this rotation and you probably like, if you're an outsider, you want to vomit, right? You see this rotation on paper and you're like, your 1, 2, maybe 3 is okay.
And we were kind of vomiting at the beginning of the season. I'll admit that.
I mean, dude, I wanted a starter. I wanted another starter for this rotation. I was crying for it. I was begging for it, and we didn't do it. And then here we are with the best rotation in the American League, I'd argue. Mm-hmm. Second best in baseball, third best, depending who you ask.
There's not many guys that are going out there going 6, 1 run on a consistent basis. They're not putting up fancy stat lines like, 9, 10 Ks. We're getting the occasional 9, 10 Ks, but we're getting the 6 to 8 innings of 3-hit ball. Clean 8 inning over.
Yep, huge way to get out of it from Castro. He works himself into and out of trouble. That was huge. Yeah, Game 3, depressing loss. Let's just put it out. It is only 4 hits, man. You can't do that. Your ace is going out there pitching like that. Not a horrible outing from King. Not a great outing. He even talks about the 1 hit he gives up or whatever, or he gives up 3, but like the 1 specific hit he gives up that gives up the run. It's just like he in that situation, he realized like, hey, I was pitching a contact. In that situation, I should have been pitching for a strikeout.
Yep.
And I got no problems with it, man. I mean, and then when you turn it over from Kluber giving you 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 5 Ks, and you turn it over to the lights out bullpen that they got, right? it's tough to win a ball game,
They got
especially when you're not hitting early. They've got some nasty guys in that bullpen. I think one of the top bullpens in the league, definitely in the AL at least. So Yankees have their work cut out from. Normally when you get a starter out of the game, you kind of look forward to hitting a pen, but not necessarily in this case when you face a strong Rays team with strong pitching.
Yep. Yeah, I'm right, man. But what are you going to do? Yankees are now 2-1 in the series. Game 4. Sevy versus Shane McClanahan. I mean, McClanahan did exactly what he's supposed to do. Severino, not. It doesn't look bad.
Like you looked at the earned runs and you think, "Ooh, he had a tough outing," but like
2 hits.
He only gave up 2 hits, 2 of them home runs, obviously. Mm-hmm. And I've got no problem with Booney trying to run him out there for the 7th. I wanted him to pitch the 7th, so I was like, okay, yeah, go for it, do it. And unfortunately, he ran out of gas. It's just plain and simple. He ran out of gas. He couldn't find the zone. He walks 2 guys in a row, and unfortunately, Ron comes in, and he doesn't do him any favors. He ends up walking in 2 runs. Walks first. He hits 1 guy, right? Hits 1 guy and walks 2 guys immediately after that. Walks in both Sevy's runs, so he gives up 4 earned on the day. Mm-hmm. It sucks. I mean, I don't know why they put Ron Marinaccio in that situation. 2 runners on. It's like
put Clark out there for 2 2/3, whatever.
Yeah, or let Sevy try to work through it, man. I don't know if putting out Ron like that is the way to go. Kind of leaving out the young gun to dry. He hasn't had a ton of experience in the major leagues with high leverage situations.
It's been blowouts or us getting blown out.
Yeah.
It's been literally blowouts.
And he's gotten clean innings for the most part, right? He hasn't really worked with guys on base.
One bad start.
Yeah. So tough look from him. You hate to see it. Especially you need a pen with weapons right now. So when he goes out there and does that, you kind of think, yikes. Is he a guy we can count on going forward? You don't know. You're hoping you can, because right now we need weapons in a bad way. I think he lacks confidence. I think that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's what I see. He doesn't have that bulldog mentality that you see a guy like Clay Holmes have. Or Michael Castro. King for the most part.
Castro's got a bulldog. You don't care about anybody.
Jameson too. Jameson's got that. And I think that's what helps him pitch with such conviction, I think is the word. Like he goes in there and he's like, I'm throwing each pitch with a purpose. And that's his goal and that's his mentality going up. And I think Ron kind of lacks that confidence. And I think once he gets that, I think he'll be a very effective weapon out of the pen. It's just right now he needs to find that. And I think the only way to do that is just keep throwing him in there as much as possible. I think he should get in this game tonight against the Angels. We're winning 7-1. Like, put the kid in there. Let him see. Let's see what he could do. But who knows? We'll see.
That or give King a clean. Let him have a clean inning.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy who needs to get back in there. He's only pitched, I think, 20 pitches in the last week. So he needs to get back to work, especially since I think they're trying to transition him into more of a 1-inning late relief, 2-inning late relief guy. So if you're going to do that, you need to get him in there with a lot of consistency and kind of help form his new routine because, pitchers are creatures of habits.
1 inning. Give them the full 1 inning. Or if anything, give them the 1 inning into the net. That's a stupid comment. Don't give them the 2 outs, and that's or honestly, if you need 1 out, just give it to a guy who's not suited to go a full inning like Marinaccio is, or he's not at that stage yet of coming in, getting out of the jam, and then either going back. He's coming in, getting out of the jam, and then a clean guy comes in and gets a clean in. Because our relievers don't do good with guys on. The only guy who does do good with guys on has been Clark and Castro thus far.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. I'd agree with that. It's tough, dude. I mean, being a reliever is tough in this game, especially when you got to come in close game and you're expected to get out of a jam and put the team in a position to continue to win the game or at least keep the game close. It's not an easy job, but like, hey, we need higher leverage guys in a bad way. Just kind of getting back to being a dead horse with Hicks and Gallo. Hicks finally gets to start this game. He only pinch hit in game 3 prior to this. He didn't play game 1, game 2. Now he pinch hits in game 3. He doesn't start, pinch hits, and of course, he falls flat on his face. I mean, what do you expect?
What do you
and then
expect?
Gallo, he gets a hit, but he's batting 9th in game 3.
Slowly
did
going
Trevino
down.
do it? Trevino did it. He gets a 2-run shot. Yankees up 9-1.
Oh baby.
Oh baby.
And Higashioka, who?
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude. Higgy lost his job. Dude, that's what's crazy to me. Higgy came into the season penciled in the starting catcher without a doubt. Garrett Cole's favorite catcher. Within a month, he not only lost his starting job, but he lost his
favoritism.
His favorite, yeah. He lost the throwing with the ace. He lost in
he
the
lost
good.
His favor with.
I think that was like the thing keeping him alive last year. Was like Garrett Cole's like, no, this is my guy, and now Garrett Cole's like, nah, that's my guy. Jose Trevino.
Can we talk about how Trevino has just been a fill-in guy? Like it was like a panic trade. Was it a trade?
It was a signing. It was just a panic. Or was it? I think it was just a signing. I think he was released, and I think he was a minor league signing. From the Rangers, and
it was a panic.
Yeah, because like the guy we traded for him, Ben. I can't never pronounce his last name.
Dude, like I can't find anything on that buffoon. Like, what is he supposed to be?
I think he's done for the year. I think he had some sort of surgery. He had surgery, and he's on the 60-day IL now. I think his knee.
What like before this? Like
before he's a young catcher, 23 years old. He's pretty much next to no major league experience. I think he was literally just a name to throw in there, just because like they're like, hey, we just traded away our starting catcher. We need another depth guy. Why not this young guy and give him a shot? Because he's been very good. He's very good defensively, from what I hear.
Yeah.
So they're like, yeah, we'll give this young guy a shot. Why not? He'll fill in with Higgy. It's better than having a guy like Rob Brantley have to step in behind the play, right?
He chose free agency, and the Yankees said, "You ain't going anywhere. You coming back home." And then he signed that.
And then they decided, hey, we're gonna get Trevino. He's been electric, dude. Top framer in the game, which is kind of surprising to me. Because if you look at the way he frames the ball, it's not pretty. Like he's very exaggerated, very like he catches the ball and you go like, dude, just stick it.
It's smooth with it though.
He is smooth with it, and I think that's what helps him, dude. He's aggressive with the frames. I think that's what allows him to be. I think right now, statistically speaking, he's the best framer in the game.
Yep.
And that's huge. And that just shows you why guys want to throw to him. It's like, why would I want to throw the other schmuck? Well, he's good at framing too, but like this guy's the best, so I want to throw at him,
And Higgy's back now. And Higgy's back. What game did he come back? Did he come back for the series?
He came back for this, I think, game 4.
Game 4.
First game back. Well, was he back for the series? Did he catch in any other games? I don't think so. He pinch hit. He pitched in game 3, or not pinch hit, but
so came in when technically series ready. But
he played in game 2.
We gotta figure out.
Did he play game 2, game 3?
We need to figure out a catching for the future besides Trevino. A little bit nervous for that. I know we have guys in the minor leagues, but they're so far.
Yeah, I don't know the deal with that, and I don't know if they plan on keeping Austin Wells as a catcher. I hear different things. I hear things like he's still working behind the plate, but then I hear things he's like they're trying to switch him back to over to first. I don't know what they're gonna do there, man.
The thing is, he's tearing the cover off the ball right now. Move him up by end of July, and hopefully we see what he can do at Double-A.
Yeah.
He's in high A right now.
Yeah, he's in high A right now with Dominguez and Sweeney, the other Trey Sweeney. Is that his name? The other shortstop.
He's having a little. He was injured for a little while, but he's back. I just saw yesterday he hit a 3-run bomb, or was it the day before? This weekend he did. Look, he's got a nice swing, dude. Got a nice swing.
Is Seager still a catcher?
He's alternating between the two. He was always like a lanky dude. Like he didn't look like he was a catcher and like an outfielder and also a pitcher, and they drafted him as all three.
He's like he can pitch both sides, right?
Yeah,
that was his whole thing. He could pitch both sides. He could hit both sides.
Yeah,
and he's a catcher. And I was like, oh, okay. And he's cut. I mean, he's doing well for the most part. It's just I don't know if he's catching or not anymore. It's so confusing.
I'm praying Wells works out.
Yeah, I hope he can work up on the plate.
But it needs to work out at a little bit of it quicker because he was in college.
Yeah, I mean, normally when you got guys out of college, you tend to try to put them up a little bit more. Like if you look at, is it Zach Leiter or is it Jack Leiter? Jack Leiter for the Rangers. They threw him straight into Double-A. They didn't even no hesitation.
He entered Double-A.
He came out of college and went straight to Double-A.
Yep.
And that should show you how talented he is and how much confidence they have in him. So you would like to see that more often from organizations. I realize hesitation. It's like, you don't want to break a guy too early. You want to kind of build his confidence up and then switch him over. But this is his second year in high A ball and single A ball. Kind of need to get him up, So
a lot of people.
And it does suck because a lot of these guys lost a year of development.
Yeah. Thanks, COVID.
Thanks.
A lot of people that have been also Yankee prospects before we, finish game 4. I really don't want to talk about it. But a lot of people hating on Jason Dominguez for last week. And then he turned it on, man.
Yeah, he's been lighting it up as of late. I think people still got to realize he's 19 years old, guys. He's 19 years old.
And he's a monster.
He's still a monster. I realize right now you look at the team and you go, we need moves, right? And I think people are very proactive, let's trade him. Especially when you see this Juan Soto talk, I'll give you Dominguez and Volpe and I'll give you the farm for Soto. No, we're not. Listen, Soto's not going anywhere, guys. The asking price for Juan Soto right now is going to be astronomical. The Yankees would have to gut most of their top guys from the farm.
Yep.
It's just not going to happen.
And that would be to then boost you're giving them to another team to then boost that team. You're not, and then it'll be competitive in the NL East, but who knows what these guys could pan out. Volpe and Dominguez could pan out, and Medina, they could all pan out.
Yeah.
I'd rather take the chance because Juan Soto could walk after 2 years.
Don't get me wrong. You never trade stars for prospects, but you should trade prospects for stars when you get the opportunity. But you also have to realize good teams get good off of in-house talent, right? You can't buy a full 27-man roster.
Only the Dodgers can do that.
Yeah, and the Dodgers still
built off of their system.
And they still have 6 top 100 prospects right now. And they've still gone out and bought every guy they see who they think could help their team. Right?
Will Smith.
You have to have that fine balance.
Who else they got?
Dustin May.
Mueller, Urias.
Walker, Kershaw.
Yeah. They grew
Bellinger when he wasn't horrible. What? Bellinger when he wasn't horrible.
Yeah. But they're grooming their guys, and you need to give them a chance. Whether it be, we may not have, Dominguez could be the next Juan Soto, whatever. But again, how did Juan Soto get started? He was kept through the minor leagues. They didn't trade him, even when he was a top prospect. The guy knew he was going to get called up to the big leagues at Double-A. I don't know if you heard the story. He was sleeping on a mattress. And the coach said, he's like, you should probably get a bet. He's like, no, I'm going to be in the big leagues soon. The next day he got called to the big leagues. He didn't even know. He just said it. He's that good.
That's that swagger though. That's that confidence in your abilities, and that's what guys need to realize. It's very much mental. If you have the confidence, it'll take you far. It really will.
And Juan Soto coming into a Washington Nationals spotlight. It's a major league spotlight, but it's not Yankee Stadium. We can't be calling a 19-year-old kid into Yankee Stadium spot.
Not to these animals, man. These guys are animals out there.
Not with our kind of fans, not with the competition that we go up against.
And the media.
You are you have one bad game, you're getting ridiculed.
Yeah.
He needs to be groomed. Again, I could see him up in maybe bold here, 2 to 3 years.
I was going to say 2. I think 2.
Yeah.
He's 19. He would be 21 when he debuts, I think. 21's probably safe. So
I think he makes it to Double-A this year. Next year, he starts in Double-A, hopefully to Triple-A early on in the season. By mid-year of 2024, that would be?
Yeah.
By mid-year, if not April, May, he's in the Bronx.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
But, the Yankees need to make moves now, in my opinion. Like I said, can't have Hicks and Gallo in the same lineup anymore. And I don't know if you can necessarily bank on an Andujar being the answer. So I think 2 moves the Yankees should heavily consider. One of them, Andrew Benintendi from the KC Royals. Andrew Benintendi is on a very bad Royals team. They're not going to go anywhere, and they're definitely going to blow it up and sell off the finer pieces they have to offer. And I think Benintendi is that guy. Left fielder, batting .329 right now. He's only got 2 home runs. He's got 20 RBIs right now. Pretty good.
Isn't this man a Rookie of the Year?
Yeah, Andrew Benintendi is a Rookie of the Year.
2016 Golden Spikes Award winner.
He has playoff experience. He's tested. He won a championship with Boston.
He's good.
He's a good player, dude. He had one really abysmal year in 2020, but who didn't at that point? Everyone had a bad 2020. He had an abysmal. He batted 100 in 2020. Horrible stuff. And the Red Sox traded him for nothing, essentially 2 players to be named later. And now he's lighting it up again for the KC Royals in left field. He could be an answer, dude. He could be an answer, and I think he's
a lefty bat too.
The lefty bat, which is important. So you're not losing anything in a lefty with a lefty bat. He's a really good defensive player as well. He's a guy you could stick in left field, or if you really want to, shove in right field and keep Judge in center. If you really want to do that, there's options to do it with Andrew Benintendi. And I think the second guy the Yankees should consider. It's going to hurt a little bit. Brian Reynolds from the Pittsburgh Pirates, center fielder, switch hitter. He is not batting the greatest right now. He's batting, I think, .239 right now. He's not having the greatest statistical year.
Hopefully cheaper, question mark?
But, I think maybe a little bit, but I think he's still going to cost. He's a very good hitter. He's a DJ LeMahieu type hitter.
He's a 310 hitter.
He's a 310 hitter with 20 RBIs, 20 long bombs. So and he's a true leadoff hitter. And I think right now with guys like LeMahieu and Rizzo struggling out their asses, one of those two's got to step it up, by the way.
Yeah.
If we want to be successful, those two cannot be hitting at the rate they're hitting. They have to step it up and play better.
They hit good tonight, though.
Hit good tonight. Well, everyone hit good tonight when you win 9-1, Yep. Knock on wood. They couldn't. Hold on. Knock on wood. The game's not over. All right, cool.
Got it. Code red. Woo!
Yeah, so I think Brian Reynolds can be an answer, dude. He's a phenomenal defensive center fielder. It allows you to move Judge back to right field, and I think that might be important because I don't know how much – I like Judge's defense in center. Mm-hmm. I just don't want him having to make those long runs every day consistently because Hicks is not playing out. He's not playing center anymore, dude. We don't it's clear that the Yankees are we'd rather have Aaron Judge out there playing 162 games in center field than giving Hicks back his starting job. That's what I'm seeing right now. They could blow me away and then he starts in center. Hicks comes back and starts in center field for the next 30 games in a row, and I'd be like, where did we go wrong, right? We were going down the right path, and now we just got U-turn. Yeah.
Thing is, I prefer the Andrew Benintendi trade. We can get him. I think we can get him for kind of a cheap cost. I don't know how long he's signed for. I almost thought you were going to say Salvador Perez. Isn't he signed long term?
Yeah, he's got a very ugly deal right now, and he's not performing to what that deal is worth.
Last year he did. Last
year he did, and he could still this year, right? But
in a why
mess up what you got, man? I think you got two really good defensive catchers. I'm willing to take a hole at the catching position in terms of offensive production, or at least inconsistency there, if I can get a consistent outfielder to back up Judge and Stan. Because right now, our outfield core, right? If you look at like all four guys, 5 now, if you include Andujar, it's Judge, it's Stan, it's Hicks and Gallo. Hicks and Gallo are literally abysmal.
They're on their way out.
You can't have a lineup
in the doorway like the Italian parent who says goodbye 50 times.
Yeah, it's just not possible. You can't have those guys all in the lineup. An idea you could throw out there is do Stan and right, Judge center, and Andujar left, and then later in the innings you bring Hicks off the bench to play center, move Judge to right, put Stan on the bench. You could do that in theory. Especially since I know these guys don't want to keep Stan out there long term. But I just don't want to have to deal with that. Just go give me an actual left fielder like Bennett, who you can then put in right or left. I don't know how comfortable Andujar is in right.
Honestly, I have no idea. I just think in the minor leagues he's been playing a lot of left.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him play I haven't read a lineup where he's playing the infield either.
He's played third a couple of times, from what I understand. They still give him a little bit of time at third.
A little bit of a
kind of just hoping,
memories.
Maybe. Yeah.
We'll bring back that 2017. What was it?
And it helps to have a guy who at least he's not completely useless at third. Like the biggest thing for him was a bad missed call. There was just throwing. That was his biggest issue. And I think with a guy like Rizzo at first, that could help him out a lot. Oh, my God, that was a horrible missed call.
Yep. That was really bad.
But, yeah, dude, I mean, I think they have to make a move. And I think they want to make the move. It's just a question of who. I think I'm with you. I like Andrew Benintendi a little bit more. But at the same time, I think I want a center fielder because I don't know if I want Judge playing center field for the rest of the season. I'd rather him get back in the right where he doesn't have to necessarily move around a ton. Although, not to say his defense isn't good, by the way. Judge has been playing phenomenal defense. He even robbed the home run tonight, Ohtani.
And he's making he's tracking down balls really good. Like
he's got a gun. Yeah. Let's be frank. He's got a gun out there.
But he's playing really good defense. Got a gun. I don't want those miles to catch up on him.
Especially he's playing for a contract right now.
Yeah,
and that just makes him more expensive, by the way. A center fielder who could go out there and hit for 310, it'd give you 40-plus bombs. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money. And he can swipe a bag every now and then.
Yeah. Guy's racking up the money. He's going to be getting pretty...
Dude is getting paid.
He's real quick. Paid.
Intermission. If you're new to the stream, leave a like, subscribe, join the Mic'd Up Savage fam for consistent uploads, live streams. You know the deal. Thank you. Murph, back to Aaron Judge. And he's also in the what are you saying?
I just missed double play.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that too. Is that Juan Lagares at the plate? He's still alive in the major leagues?
Yeah, they were literally just talking shit about him earlier, saying how he's kind of turned into a bum in the outfield. Like he's really bad defensively. So yeah. But yeah, he's had a rough go of things, huh? But yeah, I mean, getting back to the Yankees real quick. They have a real special opportunity to go and do something. The Rays did not scare me at all.
Especially now, we're playing them a lot this coming month, right?
Yeah, we play them another, I think, 10 times in the next coming weeks. We play them a lot.
And they don't have Wander, or they don't have their middle infield. They're already injury riddled. Let's go mess them up.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at this lineup, who really scares you, right? It's probably Diaz, Franco, Choi, and Arozarena. Those are probably like the guys who scare you. You take out a Franco, I'm very much less scared of this team, especially like Diaz really had a quiet series. Arozarena, they pitched him really tough. He didn't really have a good series. Yeah. Choi was the only one who had a pretty okay series for the most part. And Cole does shut him down, but he does get 2 long bombs. So,
what are you gonna do? Yankees split the series 2-2. Are you cool with the split in the Trop? Are you
Yes
happy?
and no. Yes and no. Like, I'm happy that we survived at the Trop and we did split a series at least, but I think we could have won that game 3. I think that was a very winnable game 3. I think we blew an opportunity to go out there and win that series and do something special. So it's bittersweet. Like, I think we should have beat Kluber. I think out of all the guys I would have expected us to beat, I think Kluber would have been one of those guys.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly agreed. I really thought we were gonna lose the game with Taillon on the mound.
It was getting sketchy. But then,
a little sketchy again.
But Taillon handles business, and the boy Nails himself comes in. Just end this game already, man. Come on.
Who's in?
Still McKay.
Can we get David Cohn off the screen?
You don't want to see David Cohn in his KC jersey and Carlos Beltran in his Phillies jersey?
I know. I really don't. I just want to finish this game.
Yeah, so, hopefully the boys can finish off this series strong. It looks like they're going to win game 1 against the Angels, unless they completely implode here, which if they do, I'll be fuming. I'll be fuming, dude. Vasquez, Squid, the hero, the Bronx hero. It's cool to see him get an opportunity, man. I'm really glad he got an opportunity. And apparently
he's playing consistently, bro.
Well, apparently, according to John Mattingly, dude, or John, he's the best defensive catcher or shortstop in the league right now, according to him. It's high praise.
Coming from him, too.
Yeah. He's saying he is the best defensive shortstop in the league.
Yo, David McKay.
Just get a ground, man.
Nah. Why are we getting Holmes up?
Hey, Squid, do me a favor. Look, oh, God bless, man.
Squid.
I need Squid to just get out.
Squid, you can have a home run tomorrow if you just...
Hey, once a Yankee, always a Yankee, right? He winks and then he grounds out. Okay, he strikes out. He's like, "Oh no!" He just strikes out in 3 straight pitches, right?
Oh no!
It just looks bad.
Yo, the Yankees gave Tyler Wade a standing ovation today. I saw that.
They should.
Like,
dude should still be on the team if you're asking me. Dude should still be on the team. I mean, he did what they wanted him to do. He made the adjustment last year. He stopped swinging for the fences. He started swinging for contact. He's a lefty guy, athletic, plays shortstop really well, play outfield. He steals bases. He was everything we needed in a bench player. And the Yankees dropped him on his neck.
Dropped
him on his neck, bro. It's crazy. How could you do that to the boy?
Dude,
like if he didn't perform well last year, I would say, oh yeah, drop him on his neck for sure. But he performed pretty well.
Dude, the Nationals are having a really bad season.
Yeah, that's why the Juan Soto talk just popped up, That's why people are like, they should probably trade him. And I don't think they're wrong, by the way. I think the Nationals would be very smart to trade him.
Please catch it. Please catch it. That's a ball game. Yankees win.
Let's get it.
David McKay, breathe.
Once a Yankee, always a Yankee.
He just winked at Gleyber Torres and said, "That's my boy. I got you."
I got you, boy.
Well, Murph, Yankees take game 1 of the Angel series. We'll reconvene on, when does this series end?
This ends on Thursday.
Ooh.
Does it? Is it a 3-game set? I don't even know. I lied. I just pulled that out of my ass, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, it is a 3-game set. 3-game set.
Sweet.
We have tonight was Monty versus Syndergaard. Killed him. We'll recap that when we get to it. Reed Dietmers versus Cortes. No-hitter. Only no-hitter this year. And then Ohtani versus Taillon. Murph. Let's go win a series.
Let's go win a series. Let's do a job. Huge defensive plays tonight from the Yankees in the Angels game. You see that
Isaiah Kiner-Falefa play?
Which one?
The dive in the hole on Trout.
Oh, yeah.
That was clean.
That was clean. Judgy robs a home run from Ohtani, dead center. Gallo with a little bit of a dance around the corner and right, and he catches a tough play.
Also, props to Torres for staying in the ball game after that tough slide. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
That was a tough. I
he
thought
slides into the leg of homie and he
I was a little
jacks up his shoulder. A little worried. We don't need another IL stent.
Nope.
He needs to tough it out. I'm glad to see him do that. Yeah, I mean, this is an important series. This is kind of a litmus test because I think a lot of people underestimate how good this Yankee team is. That people think like, oh, you played really bad teams. You know, we've played teams like the Orioles, you know, the Tigers, you know, all those teams.
This is a first place Angels team, first or second place Angels team, and they're good. They are good.
Their offense is insane. I mean, dude, their top 3 hitters, normally top 4 when Rendon's in the lineup, are just monsters, right? You got Tyler Ward, who's doing crazy things this year. He might beat out his teammate Mike Trout for MVP. Then you got Ohtani. He's still a monster with the bat. You should have had one tonight, but luckily Judge said no. Trout, he's still a monster. And then normally Rendon's there. He's an excellent hitter.
When he's on, he's really good. Again, he's really good. Well, Murph, any closing remarks on the Rays series?
Yeah, just that next man up mentality, unfortunately, that we've grown to know and not love. We just got to do a job. You know, guys got to step up. You guys like Andujar have just got to go out there and take the spot. They have to go and do a thing. Matt Carpenter, keep playing hard, man, while you're here. I don't know how long that'll be. Just keep playing hard. Keep doing your thing. Make it so tough for them to get rid of you. Trevino, keep being Trevino, you know. And I need Rizzo and LeMahieu to step it the fuck up, bro. Those 2 guys got to do something worthwhile.
Damn. Great. I think they will. I really think they will.
Yeah, I think so too. But, you know, do it now. Now. I need it now.
Well, Murph, couldn't have said it better. Thank you for joining me today on another fun recap live stream of the Mic'd Up Savages. We will see you Thursday night. That's cool. For the next one. Later, and I didn't end the stream the right way.